Hello everyone! I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Vault Weekend! Almost next campaign, we've still got like what, a day and a half left? As far as today, we are going to obviously be farming the Vault Weekend. However, we do have a few things we still need to kind of clean up as far as the week is concerned. The main one being Underspire. We have a lot of battles to go do in Underspire. We should be able to go finish it today. And if not today, then definitely for sure tomorrow with the battles that we'll end up getting. But yeah, we are going to need to go scout out the rest of this. Hopefully we'll get it without going down too many paths. And then tomorrow we can just focus on finding some dead end rooms and hopefully get another legend. It's been like 3 months since we've seen one. It's been a long while. But yeah, I'll be focusing on that. I don't think we're going to try pushing PvP. I was going to at one point and it's like, Well, we'll still do the daily amount, obviously. But I don't know. I'm probably not going to push to first, but I don't know. It seems like we're moving closer to him every single day, so I say that, but who knows? Maybe we'll see. It depends if we get a good. Actually, what is the thing for today? Yeah, if we get a Bloodthirsty on like red tomorrow, I'll do it, or even green potentially. But if all the Bloodthirsties are like outer ring, and it's more than like a 10,000 gap, I'm not going to bother for just 20, when we could just be farming the Vault event instead. I don't know, we'll see. It is still 20 gold marks, they add up. Aside from that, oh yeah, the Easter pet's coming in next week. It is Easter next week. Almost forgot about that. I think some kind of bunny thing or lamb. I can't even tell what that is. From just the thumbnail. Actually, it is some kind of lamb thing, isn't it? But we'll be getting that on Wednesday for good old Easter. And yeah, let's start doing things. Let's start with dungeon. We're already right here. Top 3? No, Death Mark. Boo. Now, we'll take this before we get any more traps. Already on the Dust Devil team from when we're trying to grind all the verses. I'm still a little bit down on verses today, but I was going to do a good majority of it tomorrow, so we'll really need to power grind it then. Also, hello everyone, by the way. Let me start all the way from the top. Hello, Bill. Hello, Mark. Hello, Sonny. Hello, Solitary. And thank you for the continued support. Greatly, greatly appreciated. And looks like Mark ended up getting it. Hello, Logixair. Hello, Koopsta. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Genki. Hello, Bill. Hello, Draco. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Bill Warhammer. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Oh, gosh, the Death Mark. We didn't get a single one cleansed. As long as this doesn't die, we're fine. Oh, we had a team here. So the one that matters cleansed, so we should be fine. As long as something sketchy doesn't magically happen out of nowhere. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Welcome, welcome. Actually, gosh, I need a sip of water. Why is my throat so dry? I guess because I don't, like, talk most of the day, and then I just start talking, like, a crazy amount whenever we stream. And my throat's like, no, can't speak. Oh, gosh. Like, until I start talking, I don't realize, like, how dry my throat is. Not dry in, like, a thirsty kind of means, but dry as in, like, it needs water to function. So, hello, Solitary. Welcome, welcome. I will throw that down. And of course, we got the timer for all the paloozas. Tonight, we are going to only run 4 because we're going to be doing a ton of Underspire. And then whatever we need to run tomorrow night is how many we'll run. Could be 4, could be 5. Or really unlucky, could be 6, so I highly doubt it. We're on pretty good pacing so far. And by pretty good, I mean we're pretty much on average. We have slightly less epic vault keys than we would want. But we have slightly more vault keys than we should have by this point. So overall, we're in an okay position. Slightly low on epics, but slightly above on normal keys. Mostly because we just got a 30 key, the previous key. The last key we just did, we got 30 from. And we're expecting an average of like 20-ish or so. So not too bad at all. So hello, Chad. Welcome, welcome. And the rest of them have been pretty average otherwise. With one pretty bad one, but that kind of balanced out on an absurdly good one. Anyways, what other things? What do we even have for adventure board? We did that. That's funny. I did Dust Devil so much today, but because that team insta wins, I've taken almost no purple today. That's really funny. Because we've done so many battles, but because Dust Devil doesn't touch the board, things like that where we have to match a bunch of purples doesn't ever get done. Because we weren't ever doing it. Was there anything good on adventure board today? Oh, some gems, we'll take it. Clear out all the quick things real quick. Then we can start paloozing the entire stream. We're definitely going to be doing at least 1 hour palooza today. The stream's probably going to go closer to like 1.5 hours, 2 hours, because Underspire is going to take a good chunk of time. Starting to get to the deeper, later battles. Actually, we should be able to finish it today. If we get good pathing, we will finish Underspire today. Which means tomorrow will be allocated just towards dead end rooms. Or whatever we have to wrap up there. Basically, every weekly's done. Raid's been done since, like, Friday, so we don't even need to touch that. And then we have the new campaign next week. So the Power Gem, I'm not sure how the Power Gem's going to really work out. If that is a Bless Gem, that's rather interesting, because that means we're going to get a lot of random free Bless, which means random status effect troops are going to be worse next season for the next 10 weeks after starting Monday. Anything that does status effect is going to be a little bit worse for a little duration. Unless you run it with, like, Dispel or something, which some heroes have. Or Brute Force it with Double Curse can also work. But, yeah, we're going to have a lot of instances where we're going to have to deal with Bless coming up, assuming that's what the Power Gem does. Anyways, where were we? Let's go to, I don't know where we want to go next. Let's just do PvP, I guess, real quick. Unfortunately, we don't have any good areas in the middle, but we just run red or central. If you're in doubt, just run central. It's perfectly fine. Actually, I might just go central. It's going to be easier than running red now that I think about it. Unless it's Bloodthirsty, I shouldn't actually go for red. Center will always be easier here. So, yeah, we'll just do center now. Oh, wait, before we do, let me get buff. We have 7, right? Yeah, because I didn't do the thingy. So let me go get magic from this. Off of yellow. Oh, yeah, we still have to use this team, don't we? Technically, I could just do any. I don't have to go for these. What's the easiest one if we were to do that, then? Wasn't it under red or central? What's, like, our easiest option? +1 purple per purple ally. That's still, like, 10 magic. Yeah, let's go for that. That's, like, 5 or 10. Gain 1 magic for each purple ally. I'm going to do this. The main reason I'm doing it like this is it's going to be a way easier battle to win. Not that the other one's going to be hard, it's just going to be a lot more time consuming. We get less magic from this, but we don't really need it to go quick in the other fight. We're actually going to save more time if we're just doing a few fights. If tomorrow we're actually trying for first place, we'll go for the proper one and actually get the yellow buff. But we're not doing enough battles today to justify going for the stronger buff. As it will also take longer to get it. The more time we're doing this, the more times we're not getting gnomes. Though we do get gnomes from PvP, but I believe the battles that we're doing right now, the obelisk battles, they never mention it in the patch notes or anything. But has anyone seen it yet? Because I haven't. I don't believe you can get gnomes when you're doing monolith battles. You can from PvP, but I have yet to see it from monoliths. In all fairness, we've only done yesterday's and today's monoliths. There's only like 10. But within those 10, I personally have not seen a gnome. Have any of you? Because to my understanding, they shouldn't appear here. Though it was never mentioned that they do or do not. But based on how game modes work, I would assume this is one of them that doesn't have it. So we don't have a big enough sample size with only 10. Where's your hello? Hello, Isabel. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Hope your Vault weekend's been nice. Have you been grinding it or waiting for the Power World patch? Which, to my understanding, should be next week. We'll definitely revisit the game. You got no hello either? Hello, Lester! Welcome, welcome. My bad. There we go. Oh, so someone's birthday this Monday, too. Why do I already forget who it was? I'm so bad at remembering names. But really, someone has a birthday this Monday. I remember that. I just can't remember who it was. So they'll probably remind me on Monday. Or right now if they're here. Or someone will. I already forget what name it was. We did that, we did that. Let's go to just take Central. Central's actually going to be easier than Red. Mostly because we'll see a higher variety here. And in theory, having a higher variety should give us teams that are weaker. Because everyone under Red is just running Takshaka meta. With Stellaryx, obviously, if they have it. Gotta stop stalling in the co-op stream. Well, I'm still not sure how it's gonna work. Like, when we end up doing it. Because I don't know all the details. Because I was gonna do it after the patch, not before. I see you guys wanted to start it right before it. I'm not even sure what the patch is. I haven't even looked at it to you yet. The upcoming patch that they're doing. Oh, that's not good. That's a bit better. That's a lot better. It's more fun the less we know. Well, if I'm the main person hosting, I kind of need to know something of how it works. Because I don't think any of you guys can play on the server unless I'm on, right? Or something like that. Oh, we'll need high-level pals for the thing. But we might be playing with maximum cheese settings, so... It won't take that long to get max pals if we are. Because I think Isabel and someone else wanted, like, the easiest possible settings. So we can probably hit endgame in literally a stream. If we do end up doing that. The only problem with that is it would kind of skip over the entire early game. If we had that broken of settings. But yeah, you'd literally get to endgame in like 5 to 10 hours. Genki has suggested a starting location. There's a Pal World co-op thread on Discord. I don't even think I'm in the Pal World Discord. If that's the one you're referring to. I need to go find it. Or if you can send me a link to it. That would also work. Assuming they have an open invite, would assume. Oh, on your Discord, you pinged... Oh, you already pinged me with it? Okay, that'll work. Oh, well, are we going to try to take out an early mammoth? Stop bullying the mammoth. You know, I'll take this for the higher points, why not? Yeah, I'm not sure. Are we putting raids on or not? Because normally if I run custom settings, I actually turn it off. But I guess in a group, it would be more fun if we had it on. I had it on for the first stream we ever did. Oh, nice. I actually need verse 3. That's not what I'm here for, though. That's what I need, but not what I need right now. That's both exactly what I need, but also not what I need. I'll take it. Oh, no, at this point, you might need to send me, like, a list of what our agreed upon rules are for the server. Like, as far as what I should set. Because I'm not sure what we're rolling with. Because there's a lot of customization you can do for it. That make it either easier or harder. Some of them cheese it way too much, though. Because I think you can amp up damage where you're literally just one-shot anything you touch as well. Which is obviously, like, over-cheesing. There's already insta-kill glitches unless they fixed it. Don't need even more power. Wow, we just got back-to-back verse 3. Why can't I get this lucky off-stream? Why is it when I actually want these guys, I can't find them? And when I'm trying to find a Valhawk, I can't find a single one. I have found 2 of the verse 3 we need in the time that I've gotten 0 Valhawks. Like, I think we're still at 0. Can't really complain, though. I'd much prefer verse 3 over Valhawk. Okay, I got 1. Never mind. But still. We're at 2 to 1 so far. 2 verse 3s to 1 Valhawk. But I don't mind that at all. If it could just give me like 30,000 more verse 3s, that'd be great. At least like 10 more. Because I still need to farm a ton of them tomorrow. Because after tonight, we're still going to be down rather than up. I need to have at least 14 by the end of this weekend to have more than what we started with. And right now, I think I'm at like 17, but we're going to be using at least like 4 tonight. Plus like 4 or 5 on tomorrow. Which I might be closer to 60. I'm not even sure. I need to go double check. But whatever our number is, it needs to be over 14 or over by the end of the weekend. I go check. What's that right now? I have to guess. I want to say 14. Oh, 17? Oh, no, wrong one. 15. Oh, verse 2 is starting to get low, too. Might be bottlenecked by them soon at this rate. But yeah, we're currently at 15. We started at 13. By the end of the stream, we're going to have 11. Which means I'm still 2 down, so I really need to make up for lost time then. That means tomorrow I have to get at least 6 verse 3s at minimum. Ideally 7 or more. But we need bare minimum 6 tomorrow. Why did I pick the hardest team? I had all those choices, and I take literally our exact team. Different order. Oh no, he could win here. Does he get away with it? Good, he didn't get away with it. Barely. I said, hello, Imperial! Welcome, welcome. Alright, so where are all the Valhawks? Hello, Supernova. You were cutting the lawn with your feet as part of... Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm so confused by what you just said. Are they bringing back the loopers like Chalcedony? Or is that just a rumor you heard? I have not heard anything of this rumor, so I have no clue. I do feel like they might try buffing them a little bit because they over-nerfed it. There is a journey rework in the works, and I think we have a journey event soonish. So there is a chance they're going to be doing a rework before this next journey. They said they were originally going to wait one more journey after this journey, but there's a good chance they will fix it before this upcoming journey. I forget when this next upcoming journey is, though. Though we do know the date, and from sometime between now and then, they're likely going to be tweaking how journey events work. What specifically they're doing, I don't think is currently known. But it is known that they're likely going to do something. Well, they're definitely going to do something. It's more so a matter of will it be before this next journey event or the after the other one. But if there's rumors spreading around, then yeah, they're probably doing it this time around. I'm not sure if we currently know what that change will ultimately be, though. But yeah, if it's not this journey, I feel like a lot of people will skip this journey event, so they're probably going to try to do it before this journey event. I would assume. But based on what I last heard, they're doing it after this journey, but they could easily do it this journey. Just kind of have to wait and see. But they definitely have to do something to it. Either buff up the journey troops a little, rescale how journeys work, something. Yeah, Bill Warhammer, I saw that comment. That was the one I was confused about. But yeah, I do hope they somewhat bring back the journey troops. I'm pretty sure they're not going to bring them back as strong as they were, but any middle ground will still make them pretty usable. Oh, okay, Warhammer, you fixed the typo that was in it. Okay, never mind. That makes a lot more sense now. Like, it still doesn't make a lot of sense, but it makes a lot more sense with the typo fixed. Their goal is to get 500 Volkies? Nice, and you're already at 400. Plus 30 epics. Oh, that's about unlucky on epics. Unless that's counting pity. In which case, that's still slightly unlucky on epics. I'm actually pretty unlucky on epics this time, too. We did really good last time around. This time around, not so much. Speaking about lucky, where's our Valhawk? There it is. Where's our other Valhawk now? There's only one. Well, technically two. But we still need the other ones. Oh, he didn't go down. No, he did, though. Yeah, it is two, right? Let me just double check. Oh, no, never mind. That was the third one. That's why you double check. Okay, we're done. Nice. All right, we don't need to touch PvP the rest of tonight. And that brings us to 6,000 away. Technically 6,500. We're creeping closer. I get the people who just give up on PvP because of the changes. That's really funny. Alright, anyways, next order of business. Is that every daily other than Underspire? I guess we could do some Underspire then. We do have a bit of Underspire to go do. We actually have to finish out the rest of Underspire at this point. Luckily, we have one of the Celestial Dragons, so it's not that bad. Not quite as Stellaryx, but it gets the job done. 2 weeks in Underspire in a row where you haven't lost a battle all week. Then you use your lantern and their team wipes. No, that's unfortunate. I think I've lost 2 lantern fights so far. One was actually a couple weeks ago, and the other one was off stream. It was the very first one ever. And I was still using a Ketris team that week, and obviously it fell behind and then just like auto lost from there. Because I wasn't really paying much attention when I was doing it on vacation. When I was away seeing family back then. Actually, that was almost about a year ago at this point. Because that was a little after Father's Day, so that would have been early July then. Late June, early July. I didn't even think about that. That mechanic's been out for almost a year now. Doesn't feel like it's been that long. Yeah, it's been almost a year. Because that mechanic first came out, that would have been late June or early July. Unfortunately, nothing good in the dead end room. We can either go right. Well, I don't think it's right. I think it's left at this point. But we're already invested 2 rooms into right, so we're just going to keep going. If we waste them, we waste them. And we'll probably check left. Oh, we actually got a Terror kill. That's why your Essence of Evil last slot. It actually has the most value on last slot now due to Terror being added. If there isn't anything specific you need to target, it is best to target last slot with Essence of Evil. In the current state of the game anyways. One, two, three, four, five, six. It's possible. I feel like this is Merchant, though. Oh, we can't back off now. Came this far. It is a Merchant, yeah. We already saw that coming. Now we got either left or up or right. I kind of want to go up, but I feel like it's double dead end. Like it's going to be one path leading... Well, then again, that one path could actually lead to the door. One of these paths is going to lead to a double dead end, and the other path is going to lead to the room, boss room. Oh well, I'm going this way. Yeah, there's a good chance that actually is correct. Well, we'll just full scout this floor real quick on accident instead. Oh, so why did I do that? I saw Cockatrice and it was like, oh, I need to go make sure it doesn't cast. But then failed to see there's a second Cockatrice, so disabling out one does absolutely nothing. Oh, double path. Okay, I'm going down. Oh, you know what I was just waiting for? I was waiting for the wild cards to appear. Gosh, I'm so dependent on that mechanic now. After having it for a couple days. Or a couple weeks, I mean. Like every single time I'm just waiting for it to occur. That's one thing that feels slightly clunky with Underspire, I do have to say. Is we have potion effects that start a battle in so many modes now. That just feels so weird not having it for Underspire. Actually, now that I think about it, it's the only weekly that doesn't have it, isn't it? Pretty sure. Is while PvP doesn't have it directly, it does have it indirectly through monoliths. Aw, it's double dead end. 1, 2, 3, yeah. You know, I'm still taking it. Like, it's almost guaranteed double dead end, but what if it's not? And if it is, we'll just take the treasure room then. Also, can you guys hear any barking in the background, by the way? The dog is staying here for a little while. And gosh, does it cry like crazy when you don't give it attention every 5 seconds? Oh, you can't hear? Okay. Oh, double dead end. Well, we already knew that, but we didn't get any loot from it. Yeah, I know one stream she was really, really loud when we were doing it. Luckily, she's been barking so much, it's more like a whimper now. She's giving up on barking. Like, I don't feel like there's cats that ever do that. Like, overly crave attention in that way. And I feel like they're a lot cuter when they do it. Compared to a dog that's just, like, absurdly loud and obnoxious when it wants attention. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that could be boss room. Always been more of a cat person. Alright, one more we get to see our disappointment. No, I think this actually is the boss room. Because the other path's likely double dead end into normal dead end. Of which we'll have one of treasure room within those 3 dead ends. I do have to say, this is a bit of a weird location if this is a boss room. Ah, it is though. I don't think I've ever seen it flush in the middle like this before. Well, let's go take it. This isn't one of the better ones. Also, we are going to be a little low on torches. Actually, did I buy any torches yet today? I hope the answer is no, because I feel like we're slightly behind if that's our total amount of torches. I want to assume we haven't bought any torches yet. Because it feels like we should have 10 more than what we have right now. Let me go check. Yeah, it is correct. Okay, I was gonna say. Like, when on earth do we lose all those torches? But no, it's because we never had them to begin with. That makes sense. No, actually that's not too bad. I made his durability higher, but not really. He's still one-shot range. I said hello, Haley. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Yeah, grass can be surprisingly sharp. It's kind of like one of those things like paper. Like, paper doesn't seem like it should be able to hurt you until it does. Though it's a lot easier to cut yourself with paper than it is grass. Especially drier grass when it actually gets hard. It's more of something that happens during summer rather than spring, though. Yeah, I actually got grass cuts when I was a kid as well. You mostly just need to fall into it very, very hard. I've gotten a lot of really weird injuries when I was a kid. From very dumb kid things. I think the funniest one was learning that fire is hot. Because I once touched fire just to see what it would feel like. And yeah, that you'll know what fire feels like. Oh, that's not how I wanted to move that.
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
I found a door, though that's pretty much guaranteed. Now for the hard part. Where's the boss room? If we can guess it first try, we'll have it done tonight. Otherwise, we'll have it done tomorrow night. Either or, we'll still have to find dead end rooms tomorrow. I don't have a stun, do I? Oh, yes, I do, actually. Hold up. Other than the one that's on it right now, I could just use Essence of Evil. Otherwise, that thing is 100% revive. We, of course, do not want to have happen. Oh, we're webbed. Oh, no. Do that. There we go. Alright, we have down, left, or up. I would say I'm most confident with up. Should we go down? Fine, we'll go down. But then I'm going up. We'll go down. I'm pretty sure it's not this way, though. It should be double dead end by the end of it. It'll go 4, then lead to a double dead end at 5. Oh, that double dead end came way quicker than I was expecting. This isn't even double dead end, just as a double path. So I keep throwing more Essence of Evil just so we can get fairy fire damage. It's not a lot, but it adds up. One, two... Double dead end at 3? That's pretty early. It technically shouldn't double dead end yet, but it's going to, I'm pretty sure. It's gonna go boom boom and then like a boom boom. So we're actually gonna go down. This time down actually is correct. Those 3 choices, down is better here. Though that double path can lead to another double. In which case that double would be the double dead end. But I think that first double is actually going to dead end first. But even if we find out this is a dead end, we can actually go take the double. Just to double check. Whoa, we just got triple transform! Wow, I haven't seen that in a while. In all fairness, I don't use Possessed King that often. But he has 3 individual 20% chance to transform. It can also multi-trigger on the same unit. That is very rare to ever see him not only triple transform, but triple transform 3 different units. It almost never happens. Actually, I think that might be the first time I've ever seen that. Despite Possessed King being out for like 6 or 7 years now. A triple transform, all different troop Possessed King cast. I've had to do triple many times before, but normally it doubled or tripled up on the same unit. I've never seen it do 3 independent individual ones. That basically just re-rolls the entire enemy team at that point. If this was his actual ability, he'd be good. But it's absurdly rare for that to ever happen. So much so that's the first time I've actually seen it, I'm pretty sure. Alright, one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, one more room. Alright, moment of truth. Is this it? I just gotta remember to throw a lantern on it if it is. Because if it is, that just means we have to scout tomorrow. If it isn't, then that's not too big a deal. We just have to find the room and scout. Hopefully these gerbils don't start devour spamming us. Hey, we got Terra kill.
Mana surge.
7 HP, what are you doing? Good, no devour. Alright, boss room or not boss room? No, it was merchant. Alright, well, we're already invested here. There's a possibility it leads to another path forward double. But there's also a chance that both of these will go too deep and then immediately dead end. Which is probably the most likely scenario here. It's either immediate double dead end or both of them branch for 2 rooms in and then both dead end after that. Oh, that's not good if you die to that. You're pretty much my entire damage source. Unless Possessed King wants to magically start doing damage today. Alright, so that's gonna be a dead end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one could still be it though. But I'm pretty sure both of these just dead end after 2 rooms. And if this one does, the other one definitely does. But honestly, at this point, I kind of want to check them. They came this far, might as well. We've invested too many torches to back down. But yeah, this game mode is literally just sunk cost simulator. With how the Pavik system works ever since the dead end rooms. Yep, dead end room. And that means that one's also gonna be dead end room. But I must check. Let's go waste our torch. I must know for science.
Mana surge.
Even though it's almost 100% chance it's a dead end. It is doing exactly what I said it would. They're both gonna go too deep in a dead end. Been through enough of these to kind of have a general idea of what's gonna go on. But do we get the legend, though? Nope. Alright, let's go take this obvious dead end. But hey, what if it is boss room? You never know. There's almost guaranteed chance it isn't, but what if it is?
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Oh, why did I not take purple? Oh, good, we get to redeem our mistake. Could also taken that brown extra turn. Oh, it doesn't even matter, we got the extra turn from there, perfect. I was like, I'm forgetting to see even the final section. This thing's tearing it apart like it's nothing. I just realized we've been going for almost 45 minutes already. I did not expect dailies to take that long today. Because we still have to do a whole hour of Palooza. Oh, wow. Super dead end. That's fine. Alright, and then we just finish out tomorrow with the remaining paths. It'd be pretty hard not to be able to finish them with 12 to 17 rooms. And then whatever we have left, we go find all the dead end rooms. Unfortunately, we're about to full scout the final floor, but oh well. But anyways, there's Underspire. That should be every daily, weekly now. Completed up to as far as we can at the moment. I don't think there's anything else. Alright. Oh, the final thing then. Well, it's be Palooza time. So let me go hand out the first code. We'll have the other one in a little bit. Yeah, let's go start up an hour of Palooza then. I'll run Palooza for the rest of the stream. Gonna be running 4 of them tonight, and then however many we need to finish tomorrow. And we'll hand out one redeem code now, and another one in a little bit of time. Right, here you guys go. Enjoy. Gosh, why is the other computer being so slow right now? Hopefully that actually went in. Loading, loading, loading. Loading, loading. Gosh, I need to go restart it. I actually haven't restarted it yet today. This is what happens when we don't. It likes to build up lag. Alright, hopefully it only pastes 1. There we go. And there's the redeem code. We'll have another one in a little bit. Anyways, yeah, let's start Palooza spamming. We're currently at 5 total. We're going to make that number about 13-ish by the end of the weekend, most likely. Somewhere's around there. Okay. Soulforge. Actually, do I have any XP boosters I should go use? Honestly, I should go, tomorrow go run a ton of XP boosters when we go farm for versus. Yeah, let me go grab it right now. Oh, I should have probably switched to Dust Devil team first. Oh well. Go to games, go to Soulforge, go to other. Get our Palooza rolling. Make sure timer's timering. And there we go. Alright. What am I doing? Cinemirage. Actually, it doesn't really matter what we're doing if we're doing this team. Switch to double Ironhawk. Alright, should be good to go. Oh, we got mail. Thank you, whoever just claimed the code for us. Greatly appreciated. And now we'll go run this for an entire hour. Pretty much until the end of next hour. And that should bring us to 9 Paloozas, and then whatever we still have left to do tomorrow, we'll finish tomorrow night then. As well as off-stream grind, at least 6 verses, if not more. I need like 6 or 7 more verse 3s. Ideally even more than that. But I want to leave this weekend with more than what we came in with. Even if it's only 1 more, but it has to be some amount more. Ooh, Epic Volkey already. That's good, because our Epic Volkey stack's been looking pretty pitiful this week. It's time for it to start catching up. Because based on how many Volkeys we have, we should have about 11 Epics by now. But we only have 10. Well, technically 9, but you know, we just got our 10th. But I'm still in the Horde Epic Volkey stage. We did open a couple Epic Volkeys the other night when we were opening a ton of them. I think we opened like a dozen or 2. Didn't really get anything too special from them. I've mostly been hoarding all my Epic Volkeys because I personally feel like they're eventually going to buff them. Like the drop table for them. So far, Epic Volkeys have never directly been buffed. They've indirectly been buffed a billion times. Because anything that affects Volkeys also affects them. And the 2 biggest buffs they ever got was when Epic Volkeys became a lot more common because of Palooza and how Voltic event changes and everything went. So that was the first one. But the other one that really buffed them was when they added those new orbs. Obviously that mostly affects normal orbs too, or normal Volkeys, but also indirectly affects Epics. Because they also have a lot of orbs in them. But they've never directly seen a buff in the history of the game. It was just buffs that also buffed normal Volkeys that just happened to also buff Epic Volkeys. Because they share the exact same drop table and everything. Just you get more within Epic Volkeys. Supposedly. Until you don't. Oh, wow! This is rare. This is like the 3rd time we've gotten this. I've never seen a triple yet. But this is our 3rd ever double Dragonite fight. Obviously, we're not going to hold it for 12 minutes. But yeah, 2 Dragonite Gnome. It is still possible, though absurdly unlikely in the current state of the game, to get a 4 Dragonite fight, a 4 Curse Rune fight, or a 4 Verse fight. The chance of this happening is basically impossible. But it is possible. I've never seen a triple yet. But that is our 3rd double Dragonite Gnome. Though, of course, not that useful unless you find it in, like, the last few minutes of the Palooza. Otherwise, you waste way too much of the timer. Oh, about to gain a level. That's at 9-11. And I mean our level up, not with a plane. Not that 9/11. So we're at the stage of the level where it looks like every single battle we're going to level for at least 20 fights in a row. And this is with EXP booster right now, too. And it's still going to be like 10 fights in a row where it's like, nope. Every single one, it looks like we're about to gain level. And every single time, nope, no level for you. Hey, level. There it is. Hello? Just click that twice over. Unfortunate. Hey, Volkila. Yeah, we're definitely not hitting level 2000 this year. We could if we tried, though I don't think we're going to try. Oh, an epic Volky, nice. The biggest issue is just how much we'd have to play extra to do it. It's just a lot of Dust Devil grind. I'd rather we get it more naturally through some kind of new game mode or something that they might add. Rather than sit and explore for like 3 hours a day for the rest of the year. I feel like whenever I do a Palooza, I just keep doing the same cycle. It's kind of nice because normally you can get away with it. It reminds me a lot of Dust Devil Team. Well, it kind of is. Well, I was about to say, it reminds me a lot of Dust Devil Team. It might be because it has Dust Devil on it. It's a very similar cycle. You just have to click more. The other ones you click button to win. This one you have to click a couple buttons to win. Very different. Will I ever let us visit the main file in Power World? Not until I know how co-op works. Is there a difference between Dawnbringer and Dustbringer? Is one better than the other? Yes, Dawnbringer's better. It's also easier to get. You should always be trying to craft the components for Dustbringer, though. Dawnbringer's components are always in Soulforge. Dustbringer's component rotates. So you should always, every single time you see a Dustbringer component, get it. There are 3 of them. I forget what 3 kingdoms there are. But you should always get the secondary weapons for, or all 3 of the secondary weapons for Dustbringer, even if you don't plan on crafting Dustbringer. As Dawnbringer, you can get whenever you want it. Whereas Deathbringer, you have to get the 3 weapons first, which you should do ahead of time before you even consider wanting to get Deathbringer. Otherwise, by the time you actually want Deathbringer, you're going to have to wait like over a year to get it. But Dawnbringer is better. Mostly due to its lower mana cost. Also, surprisingly, 4 times Barrier tends to be more beneficial than 4 times Deathmark. Which is 4 times Deathmark when you're trying to AoE kill a team doesn't really help you much. If you're doing something like that on like Lord of Slaughter, where you have Skull Spam, it makes a lot more sense. Because that actually helps progress the battle forward. But it makes very little sense on something like Deathbringer. Because you don't actually win any quicker with it. Because generally if you're using a Deathbringer, you're trying to kill everything simultaneously. And things dying earlier to a Deathmark doesn't really do that at all. Like, it doesn't help you. Like your main win condition doesn't get sped up. Whereas Dawnbringer keeps you more alive, which situationally is good. It's really good for class events still. I try not to show it normally for class events when we do Thursday videos, just to keep it a little bit cheaper. But Dawnbringer is really good for Thursday class events. It's one of the main things it's still used for. Yeah, Wand of Stars is better than both of them. Though, Dawnbringer still has its use cases here and there. The problem with Wand of Stars is it's obtained through a completely different method. Deathbringer and Dawnbringer are most notably blocked by souls. Whereas, Wand is mostly blocked by playing a ton of Volt Weekend. Which, hey, we got Volt Weekend right now. That was your chance. They're both locked by completely different resources. Because Wand of Stars, if you have it or not, is based entirely on how many Volt keys you have. Or, you know, have opened, I should say. It's also a lot more luck-based to get Wand of Stars. Where our souls are a lot more consistent to get. Because you can go really unlucky on trying to get the Lover's Tarot card. Whereas you can't go unlucky on getting souls. It's just a number that always just keeps going up. I'm not sure which grind is actually longer these days. Getting 1.3 million souls or getting the Lover's Tarot card. It really comes down to how much Volt you grind. Because if you just simply power grind 2-3 Vault events, you'll easily get Lovers. Like, I think getting Dawnbringer and stuff is more time-consuming. If you go on drop rate for both. Though Souls doesn't really have that big of a variable, other than maybe Soul Gnomes. But the Lover's card, it has very, very volatile. Like, you can go 4 times, 5 times over drop rate or something. Whereas the same can't really happen with Souls. But yes, in the current state of the game, Wand is usable for basically everything. Whereas Dawnbringer is basically only used for Thursday class event and a few other very niche gosh, I can't speak. Very niche circumstances. It's not a bad weapon, though. Wand is just too broken. Wand is basically the Stellaryx of weapons right now. Not quite. In the same way that Stellaryx is like the everything of cards. But, it's still pretty high up there. Though not as big of a difference compared to, like, Stellaryx and the next best troop. Because the Wand doesn't do everything. It does a lot of things, but it's mostly mana accumulation and support. It has no direct damage output. Can we squeeze in 2 more battles? I don't think we can. We'd have to win this battle... Yeah, we're not going to do it quick enough. We'd only have like 3 seconds, so the loading screen's not going to get there in time. Alright, first Palooza to stream down. Give it a few extra seconds just in case. Always like giving at least like 5. A little overkill, but it's fine. Oh, we low rolled it. Boo. Wow, that's so bad. That is horrifically bad. We low rolled Glory and everything else was just going to be bad to begin with, based on the gnomes that we had. Ooh, treasure maps. Oh wait, Imperial. Actually, I do need more Imperials. Give me that. I'm not short on them yet, but we do need more. Alright. There we go. Well, one done. Let's go check our tally. I don't feel like we did that good on Volkies this time. Yeah, we didn't. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. We super didn't. Is that 13 Volkies? That's not good. Though we did get 2 epics at least. But yeah, we only got 14 normal keys. Oh wow, that was really bad. Oddly enough, we're actually on par for keys though. Both numbers are exactly where they should be right now. Actually, that's not true. I should have 12 epic Volkies right now. I only have 11. But otherwise, both are pretty much exactly on par for how many we should have, so... I guess it's not too bad. Basically our exact numbers, but with 1 more epic Volkey is what we should be at by now. Oh wait, why did I just add it again? Wait. Are we at 7? No, we're at 6. We're at 6 Paloozas. I already updated that number. Because we did 5 yesterday, that was the first one today. Because we should have 9 by the end of this stream. And how many Paloozas is that now? Because we should be at 14, and then that will go down to 11. Unless we get another one. But anyways, let's go run it back. Gonna run at least 3 more to stream. And probably exactly 3 more, realistically. We'll see. Alright, let's go right back into it. And start getting it rolling. Go back, Cinemirage. Get all of our loot for the weekend. Black Manacles. Oh yeah, Black Manacles are really decent. I haven't really been showing teams with new Scythe because I believe it's still money locked. I can't remember what kingdom it was associated to, but it hasn't rotated yet. The money Scythe is basically, it'll be free soon. But it's basically Black Manacle for 1 lower mana cost with extra turn potential. Not that Black Manacle doesn't have it, but it has substantially higher extra turn potential. It literally creates Hourglass gems. The biggest caveat that it has is it has to get a kill. Oh yeah, it was from Midnight Kingdom. The biggest issue with it is it needs to get a kill to do all of its extra turn potential. It also doesn't have the Devour that Black Manacles has. So there's still a lot of use cases for normal Black Manacle, even if you have both. But in most situations, the new Black Manacle Scythe is better than normal Black Manacle. If the only thing you care about is your AoE damage, Black Manacle is better. I mean, the new Scythe thing is better, I mean. If the only thing you care about is your AoE damage output. Only if you're specifically using the Devour off of Black Manacle does it get better value. But in a situation where you're just trying to do AoE damage pressure, which is most situations that you're using the weapon, the new Scythe is better. As it gets its mana slightly quicker. And sometimes we'll give you extra turns for free. Which Black Manacle can too, but it's very low chance that Black Manacle will. Whereas the other weapon, as long as you get a kill, it almost guarantee will. You only need 3 alignments since it creates Hourglass gems. You don't even need a 4 times or a 5 times to land with the convert. As even a 3 will give you extra turn. And even if it doesn't directly land extra turn, if you have Destroy on your team, you can just do it that follow-up. So hello, Dragor! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we'll hand out the other redeem code soon. I might even do it after this Palooza, either after this one or next one. Still holding out on that value. Still trying to get more epic Volkies. I feel like almost every single week we go low on them. With the exception of last Vault weekend where we actually went absurdly high. With that one outlier, I feel like we've always been under on epic Volkies, especially when this account first started. When epic Volkies first came out, they were a lot rarer. And we went like 3 or 4 Volt weekends before we got a single Epic Volt key. It was kind of insane. We got so absurdly unlucky at them initially. And I feel like our luck never recovered. It has always been that bad. Like, we have some weeks where we're, like, at par. But we definitely have under drop rate weeks way more than over drop rate. The easiest way to tell is divide your number of Volt keys without your pity by 9. And if your Epic Volt key number isn't the same or higher, you're going unlucky on epics. That's the easiest way to tell. Another verse, no. Yeah, divide your Volt keys number by 9, not counting any angel key, Volt keys, or anything like that. Just simply ones directly from gnomes. And if that number is bigger than your Epic Volt key number, then you're going unlucky on Epic Volt keys. Or sorry, I mean if that number is higher than your Epic Volt key number, then you're going unlucky on Volt keys. Because whatever that number is how many Volt keys you should have, Epic Volt keys. You pulled a Talk Shaka from her chest? Nice. That's huge. Yeah, he is in drop table. I mentioned it pretty quickly whenever I do the monthly mythics. But they immediately get added to the drop table. They don't have like that weird 6-week delay that a lot of other troops have. Mythic troops immediately get into the drop table. They technically never leave. The week that they come out, they're exclusive to the drop table. So you know you can target them directly. However, the second their event ends, they're not out of the drop table. They are still in it. It's just they're not the exclusive mythic anymore, so the chance of specifically getting them is very unlikely. But not impossible. But yeah, all mythics are immediately added to the drop table. So they never really leave. Just they're not the focus of the drop table anymore. And as we get more and more mythics, it's increasingly more unlikely that that will happen immediately, but it is still possible. I've still seen it on weekly reset days. Like when we're setting up for the video, I'll like look at global chat and it's like, oh, someone just got the previous mythic after the patch. Despite it not being exclusive anymore. It becomes increasingly rare because there's like, what, 100-something mythics in drop table now? I want to say like 130, 140. There's more mythics than that, but, you know, the ones that are specifically droppable. We're getting increasingly more that are from weird other methods. Like Zolgoth, Catherix, the Gem Dragons, Celestial Dragons, all those kind of things. Or, of course, not in drop table. Or at least not in that drop table. Though, it is kind of unfortunate that the Dragonite dragons, or, you know, all the ones that require Dragonite. I was really hoping after the first round of Gem Dragons that they would have tweaked it to not be, you know, as luck-based. Luckily, we got as maximum luckiness as you could possibly get, so we weren't really too affected by it. But I know the first time around, we got really affected by it. Like, it took us 27. I think we were like one of the last people out of everyone who's buying max currency every day to actually get Diamantina. Because we were max buying diamonds every day. And that lasted for like 3 or 4 months. Like, I think Diamantina came out in, like, October or something. We didn't have it until early February. Despite buying diamonds every single day. From Soulforge. Or not diamonds, I mean Dragonite. They both begin with D, so they're the same word. Yeah, I know, I caught myself before Cookie mentioned that. But the Cookie just mentioned it as well. Any word that starts with the same letter is problematic. It took me forever to distinguish the difference, and I still can't fully. The difference between Karkaroth, Kazale, and Kedar. To my brain is the most confusing thing I have ever seen. The KKK. The 3K kingdoms. My brain just cannot comprehend it. Another Dragonite gnome. Here comes the monetization. Yeah. I normally try not to say that when I mention the 3 of them. Well, we'll find out later. YouTube was really demonetized heavy happy the first couple weeks of the year. Though I haven't been demonetized a single time since. Like the very first month, they had to have changed their algorithm or policy or something. Because they were handing out demonetizations like it was candy. Like every other stream or every... no videos ever got hit though. I haven't been demonetized on a video in like years upon years. But on streams, like every other stream, they were just demonetizing. But now it's been back to normal with none of them getting demonetized. So they had to have initially changed some kind of policy and then rolled it back or something. Because they definitely changed something at the beginning of the year and then brought it back to where it was. Either some kind of bug in the system or they were trying something new or something. Volt this week drops lower numbers. Oh no, we're pretty much exactly on par. If you're talking about like the Vault Key grind. We have about as average of a drop TPO as you can have right now. I even got to see double Dragonite Gnome this week. It was our 3rd double Dragonite Gnome. Not 3 Dragonite Gnomes, but 2 for the 3rd time. Still never seen 3 in a single battle. It's possible though. It's technically possible to get 4. Though absurdly near unlikely. That's like lottery odds right there. Yeah, Cookie said that changed icon for a while now. I was confused when you said the new icon because I'm looking at it. It's like, wait, is that new? It's been like that for a while now. I said hello, Mini, if I didn't already say hi, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Oh, so what's with all the Dragonite Gnomes today? We barely seen any all weekend, and now they just all want to come during our Vault grind. Oh no, I don't have a win condition. Oh good, he got distracted. Thank you, Skull. We only would have lost 5 Dragonite, but hey, 5 Dragonite adds up. Every little bit into the pile. Oh yeah, Isabel. And that one other game, they posted a bunch of statistics earlier today. And one of them was like how many hunter contracts were done in total, as well as how many birds were found in total. Like, you know, that bird we're trying to hunt. And while there hasn't been official data on what the chance to get the bird is, based on their numbers, we would have to do over 1,000 of them. We've done a little over 100 so far. So, yeah, that might take a while. We might not be finishing that soon. But yeah, it could take upwards of 1,000, and we've done like 110, I want to say. Though they are tweaking it, and I think they're doing an update on Wednesday. So maybe I'll stream it on Wednesday. Because they're doing an update that should hopefully make it a little bit easier. They've been tweaking a lot of things with it. Since it's only been out for like 5 days now at this point. Yeah, they did make them a little bit quicker to do because a lot of people were complaining that it was taking too long. They've been doing a lot of tweaks. They've been busy. And they have pretty quick turnaround on actually doing updates. That's one nice thing about old school RuneScape. They have update pretty substantial every single week. There's Gems of War could turn around on updates that quickly. Like, we get new content in Gems of War every single week, but as far as, like, bug fixes and other stuff, gosh, they take, like, months, if not years, to fix stuff a lot of times. Like, they still haven't fixed Rubarath yet in Underspire. In all fairness, it's actually beneficial if they don't fix it. But since Underspire... Gosh, but why are there so many Dragonite gnomes? But Underspire... honestly, I might just hold on him, but I care about the Volkies more than the Dragonite, so I'm just gonna kill him. If we see him again, I'll hold, I guess. But, like, the Rubarath still isn't in Underspire. It hasn't been like that the entire time that it's existed. And that came out, like last year, July. Like, we're getting close to the year mark, and they still haven't bothered fixing it. And it's obviously not intended. Like, that's not one of those bugs where they can't even pass it off as a feature. Like, it's obviously intended to be a Rubarath. They still haven't changed it. It's been 9 months. Yeah, it's nice that they're trying to get Switch completely caught up to the other platforms. It's one of the reasons I actually stopped playing it for a little while. Also, I could have probably killed this out and went to the next one. Well, this is pretty good loot from these. But it just felt so weird playing two different versions when one of them was so far behind, update-wise. Because Switch, for pretty much its entire lifespan, has been 9 months behind every other version of the game. But they're working on trying to catch it up to every other version. Oh, an Epic Volkey. That's a nice one to end it on loot-wise. Hey, we even got a merchant. Oh, wow, good merchant, too. These are both insanely good offers, but obviously one is better than the other. I will take gladly 2 free purple deeds. It's by far his best offer. 2 free purple deeds, aka 200 writs for 20,000 gold, aka 2 free purple deeds. Anyways, what's our tally at? Hopefully they're way better on Volkies this time. Alright, good. That's what we want to see. A 23. That's much better. And how many on epics? We know for sure we got at least one. We started at 4. Wait, we only got 1? That's unfortunate. We started at what, 94? That's only a 12. That's unfortunate. We're really below on epics now. That's sad. Well, we'll get there. Alright, 2 more Paloozas to go. I'll run one more and then we'll hand a code after that one. How about that? Then we'll run one last one after that. And then tomorrow we'll run whatever we need to finish it out. The game plan has been set. And during the day tomorrow, I need to farm like 6 verse 3s or something. Ideally more, but at least 6. Bare minimum 6. Yeah, it must be getting really annoying for them to have to do it. It's probably why they're trying to get Switch updated. Because that must be really annoying to keep track of where on Earth Switch is compared to every other platform. It's probably the main reason they're trying to get Switch all the way caught up. So that they can just uniformly release things across all platforms. Because right now they're basically developing 2 different games at the same time. Actually, in a quite literal sense, too, since they're doing Puzzle Quest 3 and Gems of War and Gems of War Switch. But now those have to do Gems of War and Switch. I mean, Gems of War and Puzzle Quest 3. I think I have some different people on Puzzle Quest 3, but there is overlap on the dev team of people working on Puzzle Quest 3 and Gems of War. Like, I believe they do have different teams, but they do have overlap on people seeing through both. Oh yeah, how was the most recent Puzzle Quest 3 update, by the way? Didn't they do, like, a huge update the other week? They did around the same time they tweaked Gems of War's PvP system. I had no clue what it does, as with every Puzzle Quest 3 update lately. I haven't been keeping up with the game. We will eventually revisit that at some point. I think they did some kind of big gear overhaul. Oh wait, was it just a preview for the update? They didn't actually release it yet? Because I would say gear is definitely my biggest issue with Puzzle Quest 3. It's basically ultra time gated or money locked to get best in slot gear for that game. And ultra time gated in a way that's unrealistic. Like in Gems of War, if you want a good team, it doesn't take that long to get it. Play a Volt Weekend or two, you're basically there. Whereas I know in Puzzle Quest 3, at least when it first started, obviously it's probably better at this by this time. The estimate for one single best in slot piece of gear was 5 years. You need like 11 per hero class in like 5 different colors. So you need like 55 things that take 5 years. I'm pretty sure they made it way quicker to get them these days. But even if it's only a few months per piece, you need like 55 at minimum. It's still insane. Because unless they've super tweaked stuff, you need every single one of your equipment slots to be best in slot per color. And getting even one is ultra time consuming. Let alone a set for one character, let alone a set for all characters. Are we outdated? Have they changed that much? I don't know, maybe we'll need to revisit that at some point. I only played it the first year, so... Obviously, they've changed a lot since then. Is the game still Timer Simulator, by the way? Do you still have to wait like 24 hours for gold chests? Not counting the bonus that you get from your pet that's opening it? Yeah, of all the Puzzle Quest games, Puzzle Quest 1 is still definitely my favorite. It had a decent storyline, a lot of side quests, a lot of interesting characters. The gameplay itself was a bit dated, but a lot of the gameplay it offered was fun. I think the biggest issue with going back to try to Puzzle Quest 3 these days is it is very, 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 very slow when you're used to like how quick paced Gems of War and other modern games play. Like it feels like you're in slow motion when you're playing. And they didn't bother adding a speed option in the remake either. It's an issue that Pokemon has had for a while now as well. It has a really dated RPG system back when RPGs used to take years to play through. You just have to wait for so many things to happen that are just needlessly so. It's an issue that's been plaguing Pokemon for a long while, like with how they handle turn-based. And Puzzle Quest 1 has it really noticeably as well. Like a single battle could easily take you like 10 minutes. Our info in Puzzle Quest 3 is very dated. Yeah, I haven't looked at the game in like almost 3 years. I'm pretty sure they've done a lot since that. Oh, we'll definitely have to revisit at some point. I'm not sure for how long, though. Just to kind of see what the state of Puzzle Quest 3 is. Because apparently it's improved a lot. Oh no, I wasn't saying that Puzzle Quest 3 was slow. I was talking about Puzzle Quest 1. Everything I was just mentioning, I was talking about Puzzle Quest 1. No, Puzzle Quest 3 always played really quickly. As well as Gems of War. I was referring to the original Puzzle Quest 1 when I was mentioning all that. But no, Puzzle Quest 3 has never had a speed issue. If anything, you win too quick in Puzzle Quest 3. Which is also in Gems of War. Yeah, there's been a lot of features that they've been basically testing in Puzzle Quest 3 and then bringing over to Gems of War. I'm curious if Alliances will end up utilizing any of that. Also, who knows, maybe we'll finally get that friends list in Gems of War as well. We were originally going to get one back in like 2017 in this game and they never did. But they did add one to Puzzle Quest 3. There isn't really anything to use it for in Gems of War currently unless they add content though. Whereas Puzzle Quest 3 has actual co-op content you can do tied to the friends list. Whereas Gems of War has no equivalence to that. Currently. Is it possible to get the verse gnomes anywhere else than Explore? Yes. You can get them in PvP. You can get them in... I'm trying to think of one that doesn't take too slow. Because you can get them while doing quests and stuff like that, but those are one-time only. Same as trials, but they're one-time only. You can get them on daily adventure board, but that's limited per day. Yeah, it's mostly just PvP and Explore then. I'm trying to think of anywhere else that you can infinitely farm that isn't those two locations where they drop. Like, it's technically Arena, but it's too slow. Like, there are other locations, but realistically, the only two ways to get them is either PvP or Explore. With Explore being the quickest. Especially with how PvP's been reworked. But they are technically in Arena. Wait, do they appear in Underworld? I haven't been doing Underworld daily for so long, I actually forget. I know they don't appear on Tuesday class events. Oh, wait, never mind. It's impossible to even have a Vault Weekend then. But, do they actually appear on your daily Underworld? I guess they might. I haven't done Underworld in so long, I actually forget. I haven't done daily Underworld in this game in like 5 years or something. It's been a long while. Assalamu Anton, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I've ever seen a gnome appear in Underworld. Because that's what I originally thought, but I haven't played it in so long, I can't recall. But I know you used to not be able to get them in Underworld ever. But I wouldn't know, as I haven't played Daily Underworld in a very long time, so they may have changed it. But last I recall, they do not appear in Underworld. Otherwise, you'd be able to cheese Pure Faction. Which is why they don't exist there. Or why they originally didn't exist there if they do exist there now. Because otherwise you could just cheese every level 500 Pure Faction. Oh yeah, Deep Delves guarantee give you one. That's not actually you getting a gnome. They just have a guarantee one whenever you do a Deep Delve. But that's not an actual gnome appearing. So yes, no, they can appear there in that sense. But natural gnomes do not spawn in Underworld. But you can force spawn one every single time you do a Deep Delve. Alright, keep track of the timer. We're almost at the end of this one. Then we'll go hand out code, and then we'll throw one last Palooza for the stream. Is anyone still getting the rewards for the gnomes when they run away? I saw some kind of issue with that earlier. Oh yeah, we killed a terror. We killed a Valraven with terror, and it actually still gave us the drop. Someone was mentioning earlier that was glitched. But they either fixed it or it's not glitched, or I have no clue. But we actually got a terror kill on a Valraven and still got the loot earlier. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird on what condition does it like give you the loot, not give you the loot, other stuff like that. Because I've heard a lot of mixed things when it comes to things in regard to Valravens. But I did terror kill one the other day and we still got the loot. But there might still be circumstances where they don't give you the loot through some means. But they still seem to be a little buggy here and there. Alright, redeem code time. Let's add up the tallies first. Where are we at? Oh, we are at 164. Which means we did one less than how many we should have gotten. However, we got 3 epic Volkies to make up for it. So that's where all the value went. Nice. Because we were actually at... hold up. No. We started at 94. Yeah, we got 3. Yeah, never mind. I was right the first time. I was adding wrong. Nice. All right, there we go. And then 164. And yeah, we're doing on drop rate pretty much for everything. Though actually, we're still 2 epic Volkies dry. Because we should have about 17, 18 epic Volkies right now. We're at 15. So we're still a little low on epics, but otherwise everything else is where it should be. Anyways, let's go hand out a code. It's one of those pretty standard, pretty much at drop rate weekends. I feel like we've been getting a lot of these lately. Where we don't go like super under drop rate, we don't go super over drop rate. We pretty much just get exact drop rate. We've had a lot of weeks like that recently. Like we never get like a super lucky vault weekend or a super unlucky one. We just keep getting just average. Honestly, average is fine. Better than going bad on one. Alright, let's see. Loading, loading, loading. Okay, I definitely gotta restart that computer later. That is so slow. I'm trying to get you guys the code. There it is. Enjoy! Use it on gemsawar.com for the game code section. Your invite code is in the settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. You have same loot as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. And it goes go. Enjoy. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. If you guys still have any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Because we'll probably throw this Palooza and then call it a night after that. And then tomorrow night we'll finish whatever we still need for the grind. That's the game plan. Alright, let's go run the last one. Where is it? Also, I need to go farm... How many more Paloozas do I need? We started with 13, which means I need at least 14. We're going to have 11 by the end of this stream. We're going to open another 4 tomorrow night, most likely. Which will bring us to 7. Which means tomorrow I have to find 7 verse 3s. Between now and the end of Vault Weekend, which is like another day and 6 hours, 5 hours, whatever it is. I guess 5 hours. Within 1 day and 5 hours, we got to find 7 verse 3s. That's definitely very doable. Though it really comes down to luck. And just grinding more. Oops, oh, come on, I clicked it. No, go back. Let's go use our final Palooza for now. We'll throw about another 3 tomorrow. I mean, another 4, I mean. Yeah, Vault events are insane these days. There's basically 2 things that prop up Gems of War's economy right now. Particularly free-to-play economy. Like, the reason why Gems of War functions is because of 2 things. Vault events existing, and Tribute existing. It's the main thing that makes Gems of War an actually good free-to-play game. Because between those 2 mechanics, you can actually legitimately play it like free-to-play style. As free-to-play games are kind of supposed to be played. Whereas a lot of free-to-play games these days are just like free in name only. Or if you don't spend just like a ton on them, you'll just perpetually be behind. But Gems of War, all you have to do is Tribute and Vault Weekends, and you're fine. Obviously, you partake in everything else as well, but you know, if you just did those 2 things, and as well as just basic dailies, which don't even take that long in this game, like 10 minutes maybe, if you just do like the basic of basic dailies, like you're pretty much golden. And by that, I mean things like Adventure Boarded Dungeons. Those are, I would say, the only 2 dailies you should always do 100% of the time. Every other daily really comes to what your goals are and everything else with the game. what you want to focus on, what you find fun. But Adventure Board takes like 3 to 5 minutes, even with weaker teams. And Dungeons can take a few minutes, depends on your team. Like easily you could do both in under 10. Even with very average teams. So hello Dave, and no problem for the code. But yeah, it's kind of amazing how big of a buff Volkey's got when Paloozas first came out. Because we did have Volt Weekends for about a year before Paloozas. But you only got like about 10 keys. Like if we played for the exact time that we do these, like the amount of time that it takes us to get 300 now would have given us like 8 to 12 in the previous system. And then when Paloozas and everything else came out, that jumped all the way to 300. One thing to keep in mind, even though Paloozas got nerfed like 3 times over, because they were way too broken when they initially came out, the amount of keys we get is around 25 times higher than before it existed. That is how overpowered it is when Paloozas came into the game. Is after 3 nerfs, it is still 25 times higher. And one other thing to keep in mind, despite all the nerfs that have happened to Paloozas, one thing that has actually never been nerfed, has actually been buffed, like the loot that you get in Vault Keys. One thing that was never nerfed in all of the Palooza nerfing was the total number of Vault Keys you get. You actually still get the same number of Vault Keys right now than on day 1 of when Paloozas existed. The only difference is how many verses you get, as well as how many of the other resources you get, which are toned down by a ton. You were getting 100% when it first launched, now you're getting like barely 5 to 10% of these loots. But the actual Volkey numbers are unchanged since they have existed. Like, you know, since the beginning of Paloozas and everything like that. Which is something I'm surprised they never toned down. And they even buffed them. They gave them a 20% loot bonus at one point a little after as well, like a year after. And then they buffed them again when they added orbs the other year. A year and a half ago, December of not last year, but the previous year. They ended up changing some orbs and added a ton. We're not changing orbs, but you know, they added the glory orbs, they added the forging orbs, stuff like that. So the forging orbs are kind of funny. Some people spent tens of thousands of gems. Like I'm talking upwards of 100,000 in order to max all the Doom weapons. And then they literally released a bunch of orbs where you could do it for free. Like we've wasted some gems on things in the past too. Like opening way too many VIP keys needlessly. Which is like 2,250 per 50 or something. We've also done things like maxing all the factions with gems, which in total is like, what, 60, 70,000. Nowadays, you don't even need to do that at all. You just do it with natural upgrading. Like, stuff like that we wasted gems on. But one thing we never did waste gems on was trying to upgrade all the Doom weapons. Some Ultra Completionists in the game did, and it was upwards of 100,000 gems. And now you can do it literally for free without even trying. Because you'll have all the orbs you need to max out all of them way before you have all the orbs to max out every pet. Or every single troop to max gold glory and stuff like that. It's similar to the orange orbs in that way. Where you'll eventually reach a point where you just don't need them anymore. Way before you reach a point that you don't need all the other orbs. Yeah, they did pretty similar with pets. Anyone who max bought every pet. Though I would say it's still a little bit harder to still try to max every pet. Because they're 1 in 2% chance. It's not like forging that's, I believe, a 5% chance. I should forget off the top of my head. But I believe there's a 5% chance to get a forging. Where there's only a 2% chance to get a small pet orb. And a 1% chance to get a major pet orb. Whereas the forging scrolls are... and a power orb is just way better. Whatever that thing is called. The major forging orb. Because I'm pretty sure it's 5% chance. Which, relative to how many gems you save, is quite good. Like, the gem cost of maxing out a Doom weapon is... gosh, several thousand. I forget the exact number off the top of my head. But it's not cheap. Like, it's more than maxing a pet. Yet it's 5 times more common than maxing a pet orb. Good night, Sonny. Thanks for stopping by. I didn't even see what that loot was. I was just spam clicking there. So hello, Jose. Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. Hope everyone's been enjoying their weekend. Oh, nice. Epic Volky with a Volky. Why can't we get more loot like that? Why can't that be like every other drop? Wait, did we just get all jewel gnomes there? Like a triple jewel drop. Honestly, I think they added the jewel gnome just to nerf glory gnome at the time. When glory gnome first came out, it was by far definitively the strongest gnome in the entire game. These days, we have a couple gnomes that could definitely compete with it, even despite it still being a really high value gnome. But the gnome that they released immediately after glory gnome was a jewel gnome. And it's notoriously, like, the worst gnome in the entire game as far as the value that it gives you. And I'm pretty sure they only made it so bad just to balance out glory gnome from being so good. As they did it basically just to nerf how good glory gnome is without actually nerfing glory gnome. They needed some way to do it indirectly. Because there'd be too much outrage if they simply just made glory gnome worse. So their solution was to just add the worst gnome to ever exist in the game to balance it. Rather than directly nerfing it. In all fairness, I guess some newer players can somewhat benefit from it. If you're still in need of like some of those color jewels. Farming a Vault Weekend can be a good way to stock up if you're still pretty early in the game for weapons and just other stuff. Even those little summoning orbs, I think it's like 50 each to get it one. Which means on average you need 400 to get a roll. And you can do that early on to get like things like Leprechaun and some other things a bit earlier. Although I feel like it's a mechanic newer players wouldn't really utilize much. Because at the point that you need to use it, you also need to be prioritizing putting them into weapons. And I would say generally speaking, weapons have a way higher priority than spending them on troops. Yeah, I'm not really doing any more PvP. I've just been doing bare minimum so far this week for the most part. Which I'm kind of surprised. With bare minimum, we're almost at like 30,000 points this week. Those Bloodthirsties really give you a lot more. Because bare minimum for PvP in the current state of the game, I guess I did slightly more because I did an hour boost on it. So I did slightly more than bare minimum. But bare minimum PvP these days is basically just do 3 Valhawks every day. And open all your Monolith Crystals so you get those little VP thingies to hoard them for later. That would be like bare minimum PvP. And you would easily get 6,500 just from doing the Monoliths into the battles. Unless you got really lucky on your Valhawks. The super bare minimum would just be going for 6,500 and just not even ignore the Valhawks afterwards. I've personally been going for the daily Valhawks though, because we don't know how useful VP will be in the future. And currently the only mechanic that lets you stack VP for later is doing your daily Monoliths. Or, doing your daily Valhawks so you could do your daily Monoliths. But if you don't really care about PvP, you can pretty much just ignore them. As it's all isolated to basically PvP. The only reason I've really been doing it is we don't know what kind of benefits we'll get from seasons. Like, what if you complete in the top 1% of the season and you get, like, something absurd? Like 5 pet orbs or something? Like, we don't really know what's going to be. But if it's super relevant, then we might grind for it. Especially if they do enough changes to PvP to make it fun. Because I would say PvP is not fun in the current state of the game. In all fairness, it already wasn't. But, yeah, it's definitely not fun now either. Still needs a bit of tweaking. Yeah, I've mostly been doing it for the gold marks. Gold marks are basically deep books. Though they will be doing some more stuff to the shop next patch. We don't really know what. And of course, we already know they're going to be adding a third currency. So we don't really know how that will work. Or what it'll be used for, or what else they're adding to use silver and gold marks on. Also, in the current state of the game, it's basically impossible to farm silver marks effectively. So I'm curious what they're going to do to tweak that. Or what things you'll be able to dump silver marks into. Because it is absurdly slow to farm silver marks now compared to before the update this week. If anyone else has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. As soon as that timer hits 15, probably calling it for tonight. And then tomorrow night we'll finish whatever we need, go over all the weekly spoilers. Next week we actually have quite a few things going on. We have the start of a campaign. And everything that entails. It'll be the first full week that we really get to experience the PvP system. Now that it'll have a whole week to reset itself. So if you thought the teams were bad before, wait until it's completely just all the new teams. Because that should be fully implemented by next Monday. It technically happened this Monday. But it won't, like, fully be in effect by next Monday. So if you thought every team was the same now, just wait till Monday. And also, whatever's happening on Friday, I don't remember. Oh yeah, we have Easter. We're getting the Easter pet on Wednesday. Because we have Easter that week. Oh yeah, do we have an Easter event in-game? I didn't even think about that. Do we have a 2-week-long Easter event starting next week? We might. Like as a spring event kind of thing? Because we haven't had the spring event yet. Unless they're waiting until after Easter. I didn't even think about that. Because that might be starting next week. Unless they're doing it the week after next week or some other time. Because it's technically a spring event, not necessarily an Easter event. So it doesn't have to be exactly when Easter is. Oh, did I miss a cookie comment based on the co-op thing? Yeah, I'll check Discord later in regard to it. I might have skipped over it on accident. Because, yeah, I'll probably be starting it up next week. I'm kind of just waiting for the Power World update. But we could technically do it before the Power World update. Alright, let's kill everything. Give it a few extra seconds. Alright, what do we have here? Double Volky. Wow, that's sad. That's one of the saddest boosted ones I've ever seen. In all fairness, we did get double Volky, which kind of makes up for it, but still. Those don't get boosted by full loot. Alright, we got 182, so a little under, so those two Volkies kind of helped us a little. Would have been even worse without them. And then we also got, how many epics is that? We started at 94. So 6, 11, 17. Okay, we got 2 at least. That's not too bad. And 9. Okay, we're still a little down on epics. But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty average. I'll take it. We're currently at 11 verses. Which means we're going to open 4 tomorrow, most likely. Which means we need to farm 7 in total tomorrow. So we need to get on that. As for me to have more verses than what we started with, we'd have to get 7 tomorrow between now and the end of reset time. But if you still haven't done so, Vault Weekend, still a day and an hour left. Or sorry, day and 5 hours left, and 1 minute. So there's still plenty of time. And then that'll also be when next campaign is starting. But anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll be going over all the spoilers and everything for the upcoming stuff tomorrow with the new power gem. Maybe we'll even look into some of the new troops that we're going to be getting. And just everything like that. We'll go show the pet, which you can kind of see in game, but we could go show a nice bigger image of it. And just kind of go over all the stuff. And double check some things, because I'm not even sure some of the things we're getting. Like, do we have a spring event coming up? I don't see it. It says no holiday event coming up. But maybe next week it'll show a date for it. Because don't we normally have one for spring? I could have sworn we had one the other year. Because currently it says no event scheduled. But maybe that'll change into next week. Plus things like Terran Road and stuff might have it on there as well. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciate it. Have a wonderful weekend. And best of luck with the Volk grind. I'll catch you guys soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching.